Car sinking in water? 60 seconds to escape or die. Life-saving method revealed. Imagine you're driving home after a long day. It's raining, the road is slick, and suddenly, your car skids off the road and plunges into a river. In that terrifying moment, every second counts. Welcome to Car Hacks Express, where today we're tackling one of the most urgent life-threatening scenarios: escaping a sinking vehicle. Most people don't realize that a car can become fully submerged in as little as 60 to 120 seconds. That's barely enough time to process what's happening, let alone act. But the good news is, if you know what to do, your chances of survival increase dramatically. Every year, hundreds of lives are lost in vehicle submersion accidents. In many of these cases, panic and lack of knowledge are to blame, not the water itself. That's why this video could be the most important one you ever watch. We're going to walk you through step by step, using the proven SWOC method. Seatbelts, windows, out children. Mastering this could save your life or someone you love. Let's dive in. When a vehicle enters the water, it doesn't immediately sink like in the movies. At first it floats, usually for about 30 to 60 seconds. This short window is your best and only real chance to escape. During this time, water begins to seep in through door seals, air vents, and any cracks. As the water pressure builds, the car becomes heavier and begins to tilt, nose first if the engine is front-loaded. Once water fills the interior, the car will rapidly descend. Many people make the fatal mistake of waiting for the cabin to fully fill with water, thinking this will allow them to open the doors more easily. But this advice is outdated and incredibly dangerous. The reality is, the pressure difference between the inside and outside of the vehicle makes opening doors nearly impossible until it's far too late. By the time pressure equalizes, your car may already be deep underwater, and panic, cold, and disorientation can become deadly. Another common mistake is trying to call emergency services right away. But in these situations, time is your enemy. The first 30 to 60 seconds are critical. If you spend that time dialing your phone, you may lose your only chance to escape. Focus on getting out first. Call for help once you're safely on land. Understanding this sequence, the way a car sinks, the time you have, and the real priorities can be the difference between life and death. Surviving a sinking vehicle starts long before an emergency ever happens. Preparation is not just helpful, it's essential. The first step is equipping your vehicle with the right tools. A spring-loaded window punch and a sharp seatbelt cutter should be standard in every car. Better yet, consider a compact emergency tool that combines both functions. But having these tools isn't enough. They must be placed where you can reach them instantly. The glove compartment is too far during a crisis. Mount your tool near the driver's seat, on your keychain, sun visor, or center console, anywhere you can grab it without thinking. It's equally important to secure these tools so they don't become flying projectiles during a crash. A loose tool can injure you or end up out of reach when you need it most. Use adhesive mounts, clips, or elastic bands to keep them in place. If you often drive near lakes, rivers, coastal roads, or flood-prone areas, maintain a habit of visual awareness. Know your surroundings and potential escape paths. If you have children in the car, make sure their car seats are installed for quick release. Practice how to unlatch them quickly. Seconds matter, and fumbling with straps in panic can be fatal. Lastly, check your electric windows regularly. If they're slow, faulty, or unreliable, get them repaired. When your car hits water, those few seconds when the electronics still work might be your only chance to open a window and escape. Preparation turns fear into action, and it begins now. The SWOC protocol is a clear, step-by-step guide designed to help you act quickly and effectively during a vehicle submersion. SWOC stands for seatbelts, windows out, and children. Each step is critical, and timing is everything. Step 1. Seatbelts. The moment your car hits the water, your first move must be to unbuckle your seatbelt. It may seem obvious, but in a panic, many people forget. A jammed seatbelt can be deadly, so if it's stuck, don't waste time struggling. Immediately reach for your seatbelt cutter. Cut diagonally across the belt with firm, controlled motion. If you have passengers, tell them to do the same. Prioritize freeing yourself first, then assist others. Step 2. Windows. Next, go straight for the windows. Do not attempt to open the doors, the pressure will likely trap them shut. If you have electric windows, press the button immediately. Electrical systems typically function for a short time after water impact. If they fail, Use your window punch to break the side window. Never try to break the windshield. It's laminated and nearly impossible to shatter. Side windows are made of tempered glass and can be broken by striking near the corners. Aim at the lower rear corner with the pointed tip of your tool, using short, hard thrusts. Once the glass breaks, push the shards outward carefully to create a clean exit. Step 3. Out. Once the window is open, get out. Don't delay. If the water is rushing in, take a deep breath and swim out through the window. Keep your movements calm and direct. If you're disoriented, follow the direction of bubbles. They always rise to the surface. If there's current, swim diagonally across it rather than directly against it. Once outside, avoid hanging onto the car. It can pull you down as it sinks. Swim toward the nearest visible shore or floating object. Step 4. Children. If you have children with you, release the oldest child first. Older kids can often help themselves and assist with the younger ones. Unbuckle the car seats swiftly and pull infants or toddlers out through the window, one at a time. Hold them tightly and guide them to the exit. If possible, pass them to someone already outside the vehicle. Speed and order are vital. Free yourself first so you can function as their lifeline. The SWOC method isn't just a checklist. It's your roadmap to survival. Practice it mentally. Teach it to your family. When every second matters, having a clear plan is your greatest advantage. Breaking a car window underwater may sound simple, but without the right technique, it can be nearly impossible. First, always target the side windows, never the windshield. Windshields are made of laminated glass, designed not to shatter, and will resist even the strongest blows. In contrast, side windows are made of tempered glass, which can be shattered efficiently if you strike the right spot. The ideal place to hit is the lower rear corner of the window. This is where the glass is structurally weakest. Use a spring-loaded window punch if you have one. This small tool can shatter glass with minimal force, even underwater. Simply press it firmly into the corner and activate it. If you're using a manual rescue hammer, deliver quick, hard strikes, not slow or glancing blows. You want a focused impact, not brute strength. If you don't have a tool, there are still options. Remove the headrest from your seat. Many car headrests have metal posts that can be inserted into the space between the window and the door frame. Use leverage to pry and crack the glass. Alternatively, if you're desperate, kick the window as hard as you can using your heels. This method is much less effective, especially underwater, but it might work if you aim at the corners. Once the glass breaks, be cautious. Clear away as many loose shards as possible using your shoe, elbow, or forearm to avoid cuts. Water pressure will likely assist in pushing the glass outward, creating space for escape. Protect your hands as you exit. Use your sleeves or wrap a piece of clothing around your palm. Knowing how and where to break a window can make the difference between life and death. Don't just assume you can do it. Prepare, practice, and visualize the motion. Not every submersion follows the same script. Sometimes you're faced with unusual and terrifying variations, and being mentally prepared for them can make all the difference. If your vehicle lands upside down, disorientation sets in instantly. Gravity works against you. Unbuckle your seatbelt slowly to avoid hitting your head, then reorient yourself by identifying where the bubbles are going. They always rise to the surface. Use that as your guide to find the window or the exit path. If the doors are jammed underwater, don't waste precious time trying to force them open. As mentioned earlier, water pressure makes this nearly impossible until the cabin fills completely, which is far too dangerous to wait for. Your priority must be the window. Break it or open it immediately while you still can. Electrical malfunctions are also common. If your electric windows fail, go straight for your emergency window breaking tool. If the car loses power immediately on impact, often the case in older models or saltwater crashes, don't even bother pressing the window buttons. Just brake and go. Panic is perhaps the most lethal variable. The moment water rushes in, your instinct may be to freeze or scream. You must fight that instinct. Take one deep breath, block out the noise, and focus on the SWOC steps. Simple repetition of seatbelt, window out can keep your mind locked on action. If you're trapped in the back seat and the front is inaccessible, perhaps blocked by water, crushed metal, or other passengers, use the nearest side window. Most emergency tools can be kept in the back seat too, either in a pouch behind the driver's seat or secured on a rear keychain clip. Break the side window and escape from there. Passengers with mobility issues, elderly adults, injured individuals, or those with disabilities require quick assistance. If time allows, help them after you free yourself and break the window. If there are others outside, pass them out and let rescuers assist. Seconds are precious. Make decisions fast, but compassionately. In nighttime or murky water, visibility drops to 0. Use your hands to feel around. Keep your movements purposeful and avoid thrashing. If you can't see the window, find it by tracing the doorframe with your hands until you feel the cold glass. Finally, if you're caught in a strong current, don't fight it head-on. Swim at an angle to the current until you reach calmer water. Trying to overpower the flow directly will only exhaust you faster. Every second counts, and every variable matters. When the situation gets more complex, your ability to stay calm and act on your training becomes your greatest weapon. Once you've escaped the vehicle and reached the surface, the danger isn't over yet. But your actions in the next few minutes can ensure survival and recovery. Your first priority is to get to solid ground or a stable object as quickly as possible. If you're in open water, swim calmly and steadily toward the nearest shore, dock, or floating debris. Avoid clinging to the sinking vehicle. It may pull you under with it. Once you're out of the water, do a quick self-check for injuries. Adrenaline may mask pain at first, so look for cuts, bruises, or signs of broken bones. If you're with others, help them get out and assess their condition. If anyone is unconscious or showing signs of shock, keep them lying flat and elevate their legs if possible. Wet clothing, especially in cold weather, can lead to rapid heat loss. If the temperature is low and dry clothes are accessible, remove wet garments as soon as possible and wrap up in blankets, towels, or even car mats to retain body heat. Hypothermia can set in fast, especially in children and the elderly. Now is the time to call emergency services. If you have a phone or if someone nearby can assist, provide your exact location and clearly explain what happened. Report the number of people involved and whether anyone is still missing or in need of immediate medical attention. Stay alert and calm. Help will be on the way, and you've already done the hardest part, surviving the sinking. Now, your job is to recover and assist others until rescue arrives. When it comes to escaping a sinking vehicle, misinformation can be deadly. Many people believe outdated or incorrect advice that can cost them precious seconds or even their lives. One of the most common myths is that you should wait for the car to fill with water before trying to open the door. While it's true that pressure equalizes once the cabin is full, waiting that long is incredibly dangerous. You'll be trapped with limited air, in darkness, and likely panicking. The door might open, but by then, your window of survival may have closed. Another myth is that the pressure equalizes quickly, giving you time to act. In reality, water rushes in unpredictably. Within seconds, electrical systems fail, visibility vanishes, and cold water stuns your muscles. There is no reliable moment when everything becomes easier. Your best chance is to act immediately. Some believe that calling 911 should be the first step. But underwater, your phone may lose signal fast, and you might waste vital seconds on a call that can't save you in time. Get out first, then call for help once you're safe. Others assume that power windows stop working immediately after water impact. That's not always true. In many cases, electric windows continue working for a few seconds, just long enough to open them and escape. Don't hesitate. Try the button right away. It's also a misconception that the windshield is a viable escape route. In fact, it's one of the strongest parts of the car, reinforced to resist breakage. Side windows are your real exit. They're designed to shatter in emergencies. Finally, some people think a car will float for several minutes, giving them plenty of time to act. This can create a false sense of security. While some vehicles may float briefly, most begin sinking within 30 to 60 seconds. You don't have time to hesitate. Dispelling these myths and knowing the truth can save your life. Trust tested methods, not assumptions. Preparation isn't just about having the right tools. It's about training your mind to respond without hesitation. Take a few minutes to mentally rehearse the SWOC protocol regularly. Visualize yourself unbuckling, breaking the window, swimming out, and helping your children. Repetition builds instinct, and instinct is what saves lives when panic sets in. Talk with your family about what to do if the car goes into water. Let your children know they must listen quickly and follow instructions. Make it part of your emergency planning, just like a fire drill. Check your escape tools monthly. Make sure they're secure, functional, and within easy reach. Also, be aware of seasonal risks. In winter, icy roads near lakes or rivers can turn a small skid into a submersion. During spring, floods can suddenly engulf roadways. Stay alert, stay equipped, and always stay ready. Surviving a sinking vehicle isn't about luck. It's about preparation, clarity, and fast action. Remember the SWOC protocol. Seatbelts, windows, out, children. The first 60 seconds are your golden window. Stay calm, act quickly, and focus on escape, not panic. This knowledge could save your life or someone you love. Share it with your family, your friends, and your community. Keep your emergency tools within reach. A small investment in preparation today could mean the difference between tragedy and survival tomorrow. Thank you for watching Car Hacks Express. Stay safe, stay ready, and always be your own first responder.